This is 151.2 showing right here. Let's take a look. 151.2 is here, very close to the breakout low, 50% above the breakout low for the month. 150.41 is the breakout low for the month. This big head position, or this big head pattern, is now unfolding lower, and of course this double big head is breaking lower. Okay, so you're looking at 151.3 here, and we're also interested in 150 because we know that 150.2 is going to be actually the breakout low for the month. All right, to enter into this position, if we're already short, we would hold. Of course, we're expected to be short. If you are not short, this is really the current growth wave. Becomes now everything becomes very fixed. The risk is very minimal, because if we are correct, then this is the growth wave that you're seeing that should be moving down, right from internal level 2 down to the current market progress. So there could be a bounce into a wave. This could be a wave 3, and it would be a bounce into wave 4 anytime. The current market is 152.75. If we get to see 153.34 or 153.3, it's a sell. Even 153.15 and 153.5. All of these are very solid sells. Let's have an arrow there. The stop is really just above level. This level, to be exact, is 154.3 or 153. We could have it at just 155 just to avoid spikes, but in reality we don't expect to move above this level anymore. 154.3, so it's about 100 point stop. If you're selling 153.3, 154.3 is 100 point stop. If you take a bit higher to 154.8, becomes 150 point stop. It's more appropriate, of course, just to be out of the spike level. And the profits are 151.5 is the most appropriate and most possible that will be seen, highest probability. There's gonna be a bounce and we can take it lower again. So it's about 150 point projection, because 153.15 down to 151.15 would be 200 points. To 251.5 would actually be 170 points, and the risk is something like between 153.15 and 154.80 is also about 150 points. It's almost a 1-to-1. However, the profit potential is really on the side of the trade, on our side, because it is possible that we do not, this will probably could prolong, and we can get to see 151 and 150.2. We're looking at this level here, 150.2. We know that on the longer term we are actually seeing levels all the way down to 149. We've been looking at this since yesterday and the day before yesterday. So if we get to break that neckline altogether, you are looking at the daily chart. We were looking at the 4-hour chart here. This is that 4-hour chart. If we get to break the current neckline that we're at, we're going of course to 150. This is the next neckline that we see here. We've just been seeing that on our own 1-hour chart. 150 is that level here in wave C. Now if we get to break that neckline, or at least test it deeper at 150, you're looking at that 1-day chart, and of course it becomes 149 is neckline showing on the daily chart. Looks like 149.65, but we could easily spike into 150 and even 148. So the profit potential is really on the side of the trade, and it would therefore prove to be very lucrative to take. Again, to recap, we are looking at the market is a sell for sterling yen. It appears to be there is a lot of strength in sterling today. We're looking at this very local double head formation. The market is a sell at 153.15. Yeah, excuse me. A sell at 153.15, a sell at 153.3. These two levels here. Stop is just at that yellow arrow, 154.8. Targets most probable that will be met very quickly, maybe even before the end of the week. You're just going down in one direction, like you can see here, so you just want to do that short very quickly, hopefully, on rebounds, and the target becomes 151.5. If you hold on to next week, it's possible even to see lower targets at 151 and 150. In order to do a shorter or quicker entry, because the market is really sliding very quickly down, you would want to resort to the 15-minute charts and the 5-minute charts and try and segregate this one here. Will probably give you the same value because of course we're taking from 2 to 3, so it really is the same value. Nothing new with this, except that you could consider just to take a entry closer to the 78.6 and then the 61.8. 61.8 again, we're still at 153.15. This entry comes in at 153.15. We could consider to take it down to 152.9. I mean, that big red arrow at 153.15. It's possible to go in at 152.9. Actually advisable, with a stop just at 154. That's it. So it's about 110 point stop, and we take target at 151.5 and 151 and even 150, or let it run across the weekend.